So today I'm going to do a 5k PB attempt. Current 5k PB is 24 minutes. So the goal is sub 24. I'm going to warm up, do 1.5k, very easy warm up, and then attempt the PB. Drill on headphones. That's actually very nice. I said to eat. Once I got to like halfway, I was like, fuck, I can't do it. But we definitely beat what we did last time, which is what matters. So the thing is, for me, I'd like to show you guys proof, finance, fitness, so you don't feel like I just say stuff and I actually don't try and do it. Fuck, that was hard. But I think I panicked a bit halfway when I thought I wasn't gonna actually get there. Yeah, so last time I did a 5k, I did it in 24-30 seconds. Today, we did it in 24 and 2 seconds. Now, ideally, I wanted it to be like, even if it was 23:57, I can say I did it in 23 minutes. So me saying I did it in 24 minutes, I shaved down more or less like a minute on my time, which in the space of 2 weeks, I'm quite happy about. The first 2 laps, average pace was 4:46, 4:44. The third lap, when I got halfway, I panicked a bit. The 4th lap, 4:59, then last lap, I tried to recover, but honestly guys, like I'm so happy with that. And I always tell people like, it's never too late to start something. I could have said, oh, it's winter, it's cold, this isn't the best time to start learning how to run. In most people's minds, I would have been more than justified, but I said, you know what? I was literally watching Arsenal lose, as usual, on TV on Saturday. I was watching so many Nick Bear videos, so many hyrox videos. I was like, you know what? Why can't I start running? Literally stood up Arsenal lost, went to Bond Street, picked up the shoes, and I started running that day. And honestly, it's one of the best decisions I've made in a very long time. I'm always trying to strive for some sort of self-improvement, finance, fitness, mindset, and coming to run outside on the track definitely challenges everything, because it's either you go fast or you go slow. There's no cheating, right? At the gym, you can get a cheat rep for your weight. You can sort of maneuver your body somehow and get that last rep in. And sometimes with fitness, honestly, you might not be on your diet well, you might not be training well, but you still see progress. With this, if you didn't eat well the night before, you're not be able to run well. And it's like a real test of how much you're willing to push yourself. A part of me is kind of disappointed because I felt like I could have pushed myself just a bit more to get into 23, but honestly, I'm quite happy with this. I honestly can't complain. But yeah, plan now is to get home, eat, rest, do some work, and then around 1 p.m. I'll go train back at the gym, and yeah, it should be a fun day. Oof, I'm tired. That was good. I wish I just got 23 though, but that was good. That was like a minute off my time. Oof. Fuck, that was good. So post run, I tend to have eggs, steak, some potatoes or sourdough. Typically, it will still be more or less low carb, high protein, high fat. And I don't know what it is, since I started running, my cravings for steak is literally like through the roof. Before, I was more or less like a chicken and egg kind of person. I don't know what it is about red meat. It just does something to the body. Maybe it's the iron inside the red meat that makes me crave it, but that's gonna be my post-run meal. Gonna eat this, log back in for work, and then around 2 p.m. we'll go train back and legs at Greatness Gym, which is not ideal, just because my legs are already like aching from that run. My friends brought out this jollof paste. The brand is called Quickish. Go support them. But more or less, it's a blend of tomatoes, spices, and it's meant for jollof rice. If you're Nigerian, you would know. But more or less, I used to marinate everything, right? Steak, chicken, rice, pork, doesn't really matter. You just put just a bit on it and just gives the food flavor. The kind of food you put in your body, it's so important when you're training intensely, because more or less food is fuel, right? Now I know you're meant to enjoy it, but if you're trying to enjoy your food and you're trying to work out a lot, you're not gonna fuel your body properly, right? So get some nutritious food, good carbs, good protein, good fats. You eat well, you're able to train well and train longer. So pre-workout, we're about to have some pancakes. And I know all the Eddie Abu fanboys are gonna hate me, but more or less, what's a pancake? Is eggs, milk, and some flour. If I made it at home, there'll be no difference. So gonna have 2 pancakes, some honey, probably around 350 calories, but based on the amount of running we've done already this morning, I think it's fine. Don't look at food as bad or good. Look at the ingredients. This I got from Asda, and the ingredients were more or less wheat, flour, eggs, milk, and some water. So good ingredients, it does the same shit. Don't complain about it. See you guys at the gym. Yeah. So time for the gym, time is 1:50 and it's lunchtime. So I'm gonna make my intra and pre-workout. For my intra workout, again, I'm gonna have 1 scoop of my carb powder. This is more or less around 100 calories, so 25 grams of carbs. And in that, I'll have some electrolytes with some, what does have? Some vitamin C as well. It's just for hydration. I'm gonna sip this as I train, just for energy and just so I feel like I have some life in me. So that's more or less intro workout. Pre-workout, I'm gonna have Pre-HD Black by HD Nutrition. More or less, it has some caffeine and some tyrosine, focus, energy. Again, everything I do, I weigh it to make sure I don't overdose and die. But this, I need 16.4 grams. So I'll make sure I weigh it just so I get the right amount. Also, a lot of times the scoop you get, it might say 2 scoops is 16 grams. You do 2 scoops, it's 12 or it's 20. So it might be annoying, but just weigh out your stuff so you make sure you're getting the right amount. Because if you're meant to get 250 milligrams of caffeine and you get 150, you will feel no difference. Each supplement, each raw ingredient needs to be at a minimum threshold for it to be effective. So always make sure you weigh out your stuff. Then I'm going to pair that with some pump formula. This is just more or less so my muscles look bigger than they're meant to be. And I can get some good pictures that way. So this again should be 24 grams. Going to weigh that out. That's 12. Put a bit more. And also in my pre-workout, I will add in just a bit of carb powder, just a bit, but just a bit like that. And then more or less that's it. This I'll sip when we're like 10 minutes from the gym. I'm still ready to train, but I'm not sure my energy is actually there yet. Because this is the first time I'm actually training after running, so I have no idea how this is gonna be. But like I said in previous videos, if you're trying to combine lifting and running, you must prioritize one. Now today, my goal is to do a 5K PB attempt. So I prioritize my running in the morning and now I'm going to train. On a day-to-day basis, I'm always training first because my goal will always be to prioritize my gym performance and supplement that with running. But today is flipped. So always there should be a priority. You can't give 50-50 effort to both or 100-100. It's always going to be one is ranked above the other one. But enough talking, let's go train. Yeah. So it's back and leg day, more or less. This session will target your whole posterior chain, back, lats, hamstrings, quads, the whole lot. So gonna start off with a lat pull down, get your back really warmed up. We're gonna do 2 sets to failure and then go into deadlifts, some upper back rows, leg extensions. You'll see what we do. I feel like because of the run, I feel like everything's already activated. Like everything feels like pumped and ready to go already. Plus the pre-workout. Plus, this is the most carbs I've had before a session in a long time because normally I train fasted, no carbs. I have some pancakes, some bread, some good pancakes as well. Yeah. So the deadlift variation we're gonna do is a stiff leg deadlift. Now, it's nothing special, but more or less, it will prioritize your hamstrings. The one thing I started doing a lot more since I started running was train my hamstrings more frequently. I'm gonna do the stiff legs, a line hamstring curl, and potentially a third hamstring movement. Just because when you're running, you need strong hamstrings, and you look sick with good hamstrings as well. So, train your hamstrings. first set of 5. Go and do this 5 reps fast. This should fly up. If it doesn't, it's a long day. Forward. Come on. Oof. It's funny, as you move through the movement, I can already tell that off the ground, I'm a bit slower. But once I'm off the ground, the remaining portion of the movement is quicker for me. It just means that I'm a bit tired off the ground. But I'm gonna add an extra 10 and go for it. Off the ground feels long, but once I'm here, it's hard, but it's easy. Yeah. One more. That was hard. We're gonna move on and do an upper back movement now. Actually, we're gonna do some weighted pull-ups. And for me with pull-ups, I can't understand why you wouldn't do it. In terms of best exercise you can do for your entire back, with literally, you could do it anywhere. You could do it at home, the bar, at the gym, you should be doing pull-ups. And I get people don't like doing them because if you can't do a bodyweight pull-up, it looks bad. But in terms of best bang for your buck movements, tell me something better than pull-ups in the comments. Let's hear it. Yeah. I actually forgot I have pull-ups. Oh. Long. In terms of rest periods, so the fitter you are, the less rest you need. I don't even time myself. When I feel ready to go, then I'll go, and that takes experience. If it's a cable fly, you need like a minute, probably. If it's a fucking leg press set you took to fucking hell, you might need 10 minutes. So, depends on exercise, depends on how much you push yourself, depends on your experience level. For me, for most people, most exercises, you need between like, I'll say 2 to 5 minutes. I think most people will say, I don't rest enough, but I'm looking at progression, right? If I notice that I'm not progressing my lifts, then maybe, yeah, I might try and actively rest a bit more. But more times than not, I'm fine. Yeah. That was definitely harder than normal. That was hard. with pull-ups, what I'm always trying to do is emphasize the stretch bit at the bottom and get a completely full stretch, dead stop, and then pull myself back up. I'm not trying to get my chin above the bar. I'm trying to go high enough to get a good contraction, lower back down slowly, full stretch, and back up. Start off with a body weight pull-up. Once you can get at least 10 reps, graduate to weighted, 10 kilos, then 20, then 50. I don't know, depends how strong you are. Okay. Now I know why people eat before they work out. The pump is crazy. I don't have more energy than I would first in the morning, but the pump is different. Like a whole backwards pump from 1 rep on the first exercise. With the upper back row, more or less, it will be 2 sets again. Most exercises I do 2 sets, max 3, because why 2 sets, why 3 sets? I don't know. I've been doing 2 sets this whole while. I recovered from 2 sets, I could progress 2 sets. If you're doing 5 sets, how do you progress each set? How do you know if you're not doing too much volume? I can't tell you any of these answers. You have to go into the gym and try out yourself and find out what works for you. What should I eat before the gym? Carbs, no carbs. Fat, no fat. Try each of them out and find out what works for you. I can tell you I don't eat before the gym. You try that and you almost faint. So obviously don't do what I said I do. Find out what works for you. That's all you can literally do. I can give you theory, but you must go into the gym and do the practice. I like stiff leg. You might hate stiff leg and prefer RDLs. So be it. What matters is what matters is how you look and how you feel. Dizzy. This row will more or less target your entire upper back. What are the cues? Control, squeeze. It's that simple. Chest against the pad, extend, full control, squeeze hard, repeat that till failure. That's all you need to do. Don't think about what specific rowing ball your trap is targeting. Just row it. Honestly, don't overcomplicate your training. Get on the machine, control the movement and squeeze hard. Oh my days. So like I said, before I started running, I was more or less doing the bare minimum for hamstrings. Right now, I'm trying to improve my hamstring strength and also how explosive I am. So I'm doing a lot more hamstring movements. So we're gonna do we've done a stiff leg deadlift, which will target your hamstrings, erectors, lower back. Now I'm gonna do a dumbbell stiff leg, mostly for your hamstrings. This will be slow and controlled. I will pause at the bottom, make sure my hamstrings are fully stretched, and then come back up. That pump is crazy. With biceps, do I need to say anything? Imagine your elbow is more or less stuck, contract, lower, contract. That's it, right? Don't overcomplicate it. I can pick up this bar, same cues, elbows don't move, squeeze, lower. These cues are the same for almost every single movement. Don't watch the guys on Instagram and say, you need to make sure your brachialis is in this position. Fitness is very simple. The hard part is showing up every single day. A movement is a movement, A to B. But doing that movement across the whole week, every day, even when you don't feel like it. Come to the gym the days you're tired and you'd rather sleep when it's cold. That's what matters the most, consistency. So try to do a line hamstring curls and the leg extensions, but my right knee is a bit iffy, so there's no point trying to force myself to complete the movement. If it hurts a bit, don't do the movement, let it rest. Because if I force myself to do it, I'll end up even more injured. So it's probably just inflammation from running so much. So I'm gonna not do any leg exercises today. I'm probably not training legs again till next week. And by then, the pain should have gone. So again, don't force yourself to do something if it hurts. But more or less, that'll be the end of the workout. I'm gonna head back home now and have my post-workout meal. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so post-workout, what do we have? We have around 400 grams of potatoes and like 250 grams of chicken. All of it was done in the air fryer. And nutrition doesn't have to be boring, but it should be simple and straight to the point. I have so much going on in my day. I don't have time to decide what to eat all the time. And also I try and eat as much single ingredient foods as possible. Just because if you do it that way, you're able to stay consistent. If your meal requires granola, honey, yogurt, oats, protein powder, blueberries, rice pudding, the list could go on. If your meal requires so much stuff, then the day you don't have one ingredient, it could be the granola, then you say, you know what, let me have a pizza. But this is like what? This is literally 2 ingredients, potatoes and chicken, which you can get anywhere. It doesn't matter if I go to Lagos or I go to Greece. I can have this meal all the time, obviously seasoned differently, and that keeps the flavor. So in my mind, this might not excite you to eat, but it gets the job. If I don't feel excited with food, I go to a restaurant, I have some nice food. But for me, this gets the job done. Some ketchup.